Hey guys, this is Sanjay from FTC Team 7477, Super 7. Today, I'm going to be talking about the final keyword in Java, specifically how to use it in practical scenarios. So if you don't know what the final keyword is, it essentially allows you to declare constants or ensure variables remain unchangeable once reassigned. In this video, we will break down its usage, benefits, and practical applications. So, first, when you declare a variable as final, it means that its value can't be changed after it has been initialized. So, let's do an example. So first, you can see we have a completely blank coding slate. So let's start with our class. Public class. Our class name has to match our file name, right? So we can just have it as main. Now we can build our main method, which is public static void main string and args. So let's just initialize a final int, right? So final int, let's just say a, right? Final int a is like 100. And then here we can just print out using IntelliJ's built-in shortcut system.out.println a. However, if we try reassigning it and say int a, however, if we try reassigning it, we can just if we say like int a equals like 200, it would show an error on a since a is already defined final as 100. If I try to run this, if I print the new value of a, right? So system.out.print a. If I try this, my code would return a error because you can't assign a value to a final variable a. You've already defined it. You can't like redefine it or reassign it. This makes final variables, this makes final variables perfect for defining values that should never change. You can also use the final keyword with arrays. However, it's important to understand that final prevents reassigning the array reference, but it doesn't make the array's elements immutable, which means that you can change the elements after, but it's just that the you can't reassign the array reference. So let's show it with some code. So let's just initialize a array of numbers using our final keyword. So final int nums, right, for numbers. And then we could just have like 1, 2, 3. Doesn't really matter, right? So let's say, so you can still change the individual elements within the array. So let's say nums of 0. Let's say we reassign the value at the 0th index, which is 1. Let's say we reassign to 10, right? That would work. So let's say we print out using the built-in shortcut nums of 0. If we print that out, it doesn't return an error. However, the issue is that let's say I want to redefine the whole let's say I want to redefine the whole array of numbers. Like let's say nums now equals 4, 5, 6. That isn't allowed because that violates our final keyword. Next, let's talk about making final methods with parameters. So, let's create a new method to just like print the array, right? Something normal. So let's do it here. So we're gonna initialize static void because we don't want a return value, and we want it to be within the class but not an instance of it. So static void print value. So let's just say we're printing something, and then we can have a final int called value, right? Oh yeah, something to add. Using the final keyword for method parameters, it ensures that the value passed into the method can't be modified within the method body. So the only way you could change the int that you're passing through is when you actually call it in your main method. So anyways, let's just code this. Let's print out. And let's just print out a, right? So, I'm sorry, value. So, if we just call print value 10, right? If we run it, it works, right? However, you can't change this value inside the method. So you can change the value anywhere inside the main method, like anywhere outside the existing method, but within it, you can't. So, the final keyword is incredibly useful even outside object-oriented programming. Here are some common uses. First of all, defining constants. You can use final to define fixed values like mathematical constants or like any configuration settings if you're building an app. Secondly, immutable arrays. This prevents the array reference from being reassigned. Thirdly, to secure parameters. This this protects method parameters from accidental modification, which can be detrimental to some programs. Fourthly, thread safety. In multi-thread programs, final ensures variables remain consistent across threads. So, in conclusion, declaring a variable as final makes it immutable, meaning its value cannot be reassigned. When used with arrays, final prevents reassigning the array reference but allows modification of singular elements. However, for method parameters, final ensures the value passed to the method cannot be altered inside the method. The final keyword is a powerful tool to maintain immutability and prevent errors in your code. Thank you guys for watching this Super Saiyan programming tutorial, and see you next time.